All right, let's dive into the minds of people who find their greatest joy not by going out, but by staying in. We're going to explore the psychology behind loving your own home. If you just nodded your head to that, you are in very good company. We're about to get into the really rich inner world of the quote unquote homebody, a personality type that honestly gets misunderstood a lot, but is actually rooted in some pretty fascinating science. So, first things first, let's get this definition straight. We are not talking about a recluse or someone who's afraid of the world. No way. This is about making a conscious, positive choice to be in the one place that truly fills up your tank. For a homebody, home isn't a prison, it's a sanctuary.
Okay, so for way too long, loving to be at home has been connected to some really negative ideas. So in this first part, we're going to tear those stereotypes apart and find out what's really going on.
This is the big one, isn't it? The immediate assumption that if you'd rather be home, you must be hiding from people, that you're lonely, or you just don't like anyone. But you know what? That assumption completely misses the mark. So here's the reality. It is not about avoiding people. It's about being selective with your social energy. Homebodies usually prefer having deep, real conversations with a few close friends over, say, shallow small talk with 100 people. They're not isolated. They are just curating their social life for what really counts. Okay, so if it's not about being antisocial, then what is it? Well, a lot of this choice is actually wired right into our brains. We're moving from the what they do to the why they do it. A big part of the reason people love staying in is often linked to introversion. And look at this, that's a trait that about a third of us share. It is not weird or uncommon. It's a totally normal part of the human personality spectrum, right alongside being an extrovert or somewhere in the middle as an ambivert. And here's the crucial part. It really does come down to how our brains are wired. An introvert's brain is super sensitive to dopamine. That's the reward chemical. So for them, a loud party or a crowded bar can literally cause a sensory overload. It's just too much information. Staying home isn't boring. It's how they get their brain back to a comfortable, optimal level. Extroverts, their brains are wired the opposite way. They actually need more of that outside buzz to feel energized. Just think about it like this. Solitude isn't about running away from the world. It's a vital recovery process. It is the mental version of plugging in your phone when the battery's at 1%. You're not rejecting anybody. You're just recharging so you can get back out there on your own terms. All right, let's bust myth number 2. This is the idea that a quiet night in means you must be lazy, uninteresting, or just plain boring. Oh, but the reality is so much more interesting than that. What might look like doing nothing from the outside is often a time of intentional rest, of deep thinking. Homebodies tend to have incredibly rich inner lives, full of amazing hobbies like reading, writing code, creating art, or mastering an instrument. Things that require exactly the kind of quiet focus you just can't find out in a noisy world. Okay, so we've busted the myths. Now, let's completely flip the script. What if staying in isn't just okay? What if it's actually a huge advantage? What if it's a source of some hidden superpowers? See, recharging isn't passive. It's an active process. It's a deliberate practice of disconnecting from all the noise outside so you can reconnect with what's happening inside. It's like a strategic retreat that lets you come back stronger, clearer, and way more focused. And that practice, it pays off big time. Spending quality time by yourself is directly linked to boosting your creativity, getting a much stronger sense of who you are, and being able to do that deep, focused work that's so hard to do these days. This isn't just rest, it's a full-on rejuvenation. It's where you find the clarity that gets lost in all the commotion. I absolutely love this idea. Your quiet time is your workshop. It's the place where you can tinker with new ideas, solve those tricky problems, and, get to know the most important person in your life, yourself. That is some seriously productive time. So what's the bottom line here? Where does this all leave us? Well, it leaves us with a really powerful and validating new way to look at the choice to stay home. It's time to embrace it, whether that's you all the time or just when you need it. Let's just break this difference down one more time because it's so important. Being selectively social isn't motivated by fear or dislike. It's about smart energy conservation. The goal isn't to be isolated. The goal is to have meaningful interactions. And because of that, the outcome isn't loneliness. It's these really deep, powerful connections. It's a completely different and way healthier way to look at it. And this, right here, is the ultimate takeaway. For a homebody, solitude is not about being alone. It's about having freedom. The freedom to explore your passions, to think your own thoughts, and to just be, without feeling the pressure of what everyone else expects. It's about creating the space to finally hear your own voice.
So I'm going to leave you with this thought. It doesn't matter if you're an introvert or an extrovert, we all need our own space to recharge. Just remember, solitude isn't about escaping the world. It's your chance to find your own. So what does that world look like for you?